We could have a potential mismatch here because of internal politics in Limerick.
It's unfortunate that we have to discuss on what should be one of hurling's big days, the Munster Hurling Championship semi-final, but what I find incredulous, Matt, really is the fact that when this should have been sorted out earlier on in the year at successive Limerick County Board meetings, because of procedures and it not on the agenda, it was actually deferred for a couple of months. Now, if Liam Griffin is running his business that way and he's a staff problem, you know, he doesn't wait and say, we'll meet next month or we'll meet the following month because I've got to adhere to procedures. This is a commercial entity as well. You know, county boards are run, they run systems, they run their clubs, etc., etc. And I think the Limerick County Board have got to hold their hands up in this situation. This should have been dealt with at the very start. There's no parallels with what happened in Cork this year. There was no agenda, in my view, on the players, you know, who aren't playing. And you see players like Demorns and Rail, Damien Rail. You know, these guys live for Limerick hurling, and they're known for it, that they give everything that they have for their county, and to see them maybe sitting in the stands today, looking at this thing, and looking at their county board, and the Limerick hurling public should be demanding answers as to why we have this scenario happening in Páirc Uí Chaoimh today.
Was Justin McCarthy right, though, Liam, given the hammering, the absolute humiliation for Limerick last year against Tipperary in the All-Ireland semi-final, that he had to do the things that he had to do, and the players should have just stuck with it?
It's like this, Matt. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I mean, how did it happen? I'm not sure of the full details, and I don't want to pillory Justin McCarthy, but let's be honest here. If what you're reading in the media and hasn't come out, you know, we haven't seen the full story. I think the players, the way they were dropped, seem to be a major issue. Now, if that's true, it was wrong. There's no question about that. But look, we've got to start thinking a bit. You know, we talk about this. We get like some folksy in Ireland about all sorts of facilities and the wonderful Ireland and the green Ireland. Hurling is a fantastic game. No one's got a right to do this to hurling. This game is fragile enough as it stands, and this is an absolute abuse of the game. We've got a beautiful day, a nice new ball. And everyone here knows what that means. A band playing, you go into crowds. This is the days you live for. And here we are. I forecast it'll be like a damn squib of a bad league atmosphere at this match today. That's not paying justice to hurling. And who's the responsibility? The people who run hurling have the responsibility, and in Limerick in particular.
Well, and Jamesy, given that Munster is the most competitive province, that you have 5 counties who genuinely every year used to be able to go in feeling they had a shot at winning it, what long-term damage could it do to Limerick if they do get hammered as people expect today?
Well, Matt, 3 years ago Limerick contested the All-Ireland Senior Final, and you know, this is a county that is swamped by rugby. They're fighting an uphill battle all the time to try and, you know, win the hearts and minds of young people in Limerick. And their flagship brand, their senior hurling team, are in danger of being wiped out today. Now, you know, just want to re-echo everything the guys have said. The Limerick County Board had a duty when this crisis first started to resolve it and resolve it quickly and move on the best interest of Limerick hurling. And you have to question, have they acted in the best interest of Limerick hurling? They're in Division 2 next year as well in the league. That won't be an easy place to come out if Clare have had 12 months instead of you know, going to Carlow and Laois and fighting tooth and nail to come out with narrow victory. So Limerick hurling is not in a good place. Division 2 is not where they need to be, and as I said, it could be a long way back, and this may take 2 or 3 years to solve again.
And it's not as if we haven't been here before. We have just recently the experience of the Cork situation, and on the back of that knowledge, to fail to take action is absolutely unforgivable.
Well, when we...
Surprising the Cork manager Dennis Walsh starts 14 of that winning combination again. The man missing is Tom Kenny, who has a hamstring problem. So Middleton's Lorcan McLaughlin gets his chance in midfield.